don't really know what this video is gonna turn out to be. Basically, I kind of want to start up some sort of vlog type things for this summer, just really like casual little various clips and things like that. I've been recording just like short little snippets from my life these past few weeks, so I'll probably have those like before this clip. I just want this channel to be like really casual and chill, and yeah, I'm sorry that I've been so MIA. I've been super overwhelmed, which is something I am gonna talk about a bit right now, I think. But yeah, as you guys know, I really love filming just these little like chatty things, and I feel like you guys get a lot out of them too. If you guys subscribe to me purely for my fashion content, I'm sorry, I don't know how much of that I'm gonna continue to do, to be honest. I don't know, like I still like putting together lookbooks and things like that, but other than that, probably it's gonna be just more chill things like this. So if you don't like it, that's okay, you can unsubscribe. If you do, that's cool. This is what I'm gonna probably be doing. But yeah, I've just been feeling like super overwhelmed. I just came back from class, and I'm supposed to be going to class in a half hour, but I had a presentation this morning and I was just feeling like so insanely anxious for it, which is something I haven't dealt with in a long time. I've talked about this on my channel a little bit before, but like I repressed so much of myself for literally years, and I'm like just starting to learn how to deal with my emotions and everything, which is like so overwhelming, just because I don't know, from going like from a point of being so numb and feeling nothing for so long to like feeling things so like insanely deeply. Honestly, it's hard. Sometimes I put my mental health like above schoolwork, which isn't always the best thing, but another reason I've been feeling super overwhelmed, I'm actually trying to transfer schools. I don't want to get too into it because I literally just sent in applications like a few days ago, so I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, I applied to 3 schools. I really want to study psychology. Yeah, I'll like go into that deeper once I know like where I'm going and I can actually say more about it, but for now I don't want to say much about it. But yeah, I've been trying to finish up all my final projects, study for finals, find jobs for the summer, apply to schools, and like deal with all of my mental, emotional things. So it's just been a lot. But yeah, like I was saying, it's hard to like transition to being so numb, to feeling things so deeply. And when I was a little girl, I was so sensitive, and I'm like starting to get back to that point right now, and it's weird because I don't necessarily know how to deal with it in like an adult manner. I don't know, just because like I've been so numb for so long. It's just like, how do I deal with this and not like act like a little baby? I just think it's really important to like go back and think about your childhood and think about how you were and like what has changed within you, because the child form of you is often like the purest version of yourself. You know, you haven't really dealt with many like societal standards and things like that. You haven't really learned to like repress certain parts of yourself to fit in with society. So I think it's really important to go back to that childhood version of yourself. And me as a child was just overly sensitive. I remember getting literally sent home from school because I couldn't stop crying, which I think like definitely led me to repress so much of my emotional self, just because I was literally like punished and sent home for expressing my emotions, which like obviously led me to like subconsciously think that it's bad to cry. Definitely led to my numbing of myself and definitely affected me in a lot of ways that I didn't realize until recently. I'm just the type of person that feels things so intensely, and I don't know why. I'm so overly sensitive. I mean, I kind of do know why. I'm a Scorpio moon. If you know anything about astrology, Scorpio moons are a little bit scary because they feel things so intensely and they don't necessarily know how to like handle it a lot of the time, so it's manifested in like weird ways, which for me it was definitely numbing myself. But yeah, it's hard. Let me know if you're a Scorpio moon, because it's definitely like the hardest moon placement, I would say, and I definitely think that's why I struggle with feeling things so intensely and like at a point that other people don't necessarily relate to. So yeah, I guess that's part of like why I'm struggling so much. It's just because these emotions are so like intense for me, and I just haven't had that in years. Like the last time I remember like feeling this sensitive and emotional all the time was probably like early middle school, and then sophomore year of high school I was like super anxious, and I dealt with a lot of anxiety, but I ended up like just suppressing that and just like trying to like be like, no, like I'm not anxious, which is another way I would numb myself. Sorry if I'm not making sense. Another thing I'm not good at is expressing myself verbally, which is something I'm trying to work at. Basically, I've just been like really trying to get in touch with a lot of my like insecurities and a lot of my like demons and dark side, I guess you could say, just the things that like really hold me back. Just because that's really the only way you can grow and move on from those things, and repressing them does nothing. You're not going to grow from that. You're not going to be able to move forward, move in a positive direction if you just pretend like they don't exist. So these past few months I've just been really focused on just like identifying why I feel certain ways and why I hold myself back and have built up so many subconscious blocks and things like that, which is really difficult because they're hard things to deal with. But I know that in the end it's gonna be worth it. Like, of course, it's always worth it to like deal with your anxieties, deal with, I don't know, your emotions, things like that. It's always gonna improve your mental health. So that's just kind of where I am right now. I've also come to terms with like my shyness. I've said this before. Growing up, I was such a shy little child, and society always just kind of like teaches you that being shy and quiet and introverted is wrong, and shy and introverted aren't the same things. I think I've talked about that before, but mostly just like being shy is like wrong, and I don't know, like you should be outgoing, you should be loud, and I don't know, whatever. And so I always just was like, oh, like I have to force myself to be more outgoing, be more loud, whatever, which I definitely think I did, and I just kind of repressed like that shy little voice in my head that was always like a little bit scared. And instead of like dealing with the cause of my shyness, I just like brushed it like under the rug and was like, okay, now I'm gonna be loud. You know what I mean? I never really thought, okay, well, like, why am I shy? Why am I feeling so insecure around other people? So that's another thing I'm trying to deal with right now, and it's like bringing a lot of my shyness back up just because I want to focus on why I'm so shy instead of just like forcing myself to be something that I don't necessarily like resonate with. So yeah, I'm just kind of like trying to get, dig into like the depths of like why I feel so insecure and shy around other people. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to be open and honest right now because that's another thing I'm trying to work on. Yeah, I'm just like really trying to grow as an individual right now and just figure out who I am. And it's fun for me, honestly. Like, I don't know if I said, but I'm trying to transfer schools because I want to study psychology. I've just like realized that like I have such a passion for digging into my mind and just like analyzing myself and figuring out how I can grow and like learn from certain things. So yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just talking. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments.